It shouldn't have to take something catastrophic in our life for us to change our life. I literally only make these because something catastrophic did happen in my life 2 years ago, and my response to it was to walk, to find people that live long and why, and that was my response. And I share it because I want other people who are in a similar type of way wanting to improve their health. And I know that from my studying, and I've been studying blue zones, places in the world where people live routinely to 90 and 100 years old. Thing is, they don't go directly out of their way to do it like we do perhaps in the Western world, where we go to the gym and we specifically make time to do this and we follow recipes and diets, and we almost make it like a white knuckle experience, like you have to hold on and try hard. And what I've learned in my studies from the blue zones is that people do it routinely as part of how they live. So they garden, and they walk to get their food for the day. They, along the way, have deep, meaningful relationships with people. They arise every day with purpose. And there's no question whether they walk 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. Something that probably was created in the Western society where, oh, we've got to measure our steps because we're so sedentary that we literally have to watch how many steps we're taking, where, in other parts of the world, it's just incorporated into life. And I don't know what smart person or people, or as a whole, those people in those cultures and societies decided. I have a feeling they didn't decide at all. It was a matter of access to things and happenstance and the way things are, that people just moved, ate right, part of a community. And I find this to be some of the most profound knowledge I've found. And of course I revere it. I look up to it. I learn from it. And I practice it. I don't live in a blue zone, which is Japan, Italy, Costa Rica. There's several throughout the world. Believe it or not, there's even one in Loma Linda, California. And it's a community of Seventh-day Adventists, which I give them props. They live in a fashion that they're considered a blue zone. Healthy, where they live routinely to 90 and 100 years old. But we're talking about improving health. And if you're like me, you've either experienced a health event or you want to avoid experiencing one as best you can. As I walk, it has become so routine for me to walk that there is no question what I'll be doing every 24 hours. I've made it a priority. It's been cold before, it's rained, I've walked anyway. I even went out of my way and found a horse arena because it's rained so hard. There was just no way we weren't going to get completely sopped. But I've gotten completely sopped before. Ain't nothing, barring anything really catastrophic, is going to stop me from doing this, because that's the measure of importance I'm placing on this. For myself, for my loved ones. And just 7,000 steps, that's what I've had to work up to. 2 years ago, after my health event, I started with less than a mile, worked up to a mile. And you have to understand something. This is somebody who was in a career where you had to be healthy, so I could sprint all day long. In fact, I was playing basketball in the mornings for an hour and a half, 3 times a week, deluding myself that I was in super good health. I'm in better health now than I've been probably most of my adult life. And you know what? This is not a channel where I'm some kind of trying to be any kind of person that is in the gym and has all these muscles and is whirling myself about on bars like an orangutan. That's not this. And you already know, you wouldn't be here otherwise. This is for the people who might be sedentary and might need to know that they need to change or else. And my view of this blue zone, if I continue to talk about it, the picture is going to become really solid for you. And maybe you'll be motivated to research what it actually takes. And there's a plethora. All you got to do is a search on, what makes us healthy? And there will be millions of people telling you to take this supplement and that supplement. And do this and stretch this way and jump off your bed, in the morning on your left toe and then stretch this way. There's techniques and then there's principles. This is something I'm having become a deep-rooted principle in my life. And I don't know much about long format video, even though for me, this is long. But I'm literally just letting you peer into my life, if you're even peering, because this is saving my life. This is allowing me more time. I routinely speak into existence by what I do daily, by what I say daily. 30 plus more years of excellent health, plus years of excellent health and wellness comes to me. And I express my gratitude daily by walking. I call that in, that affirmation, if you will, that reality, that lived experience each day. Can you hear the Canadian geese? Let's see if I can get them. Serendipity of walking. You see beautiful things, you hear beautiful things. No matter where you are. I don't care if it's snow, but if you get out in nature, wonderful things happen. I have a lot of stuff packed in this brain that I've been researching, and I intend to share it. And it's going to make a difference. It's made a difference in my life. It's made a difference in my family's lives. I've inspired a lot of people to walk and to better their health. Only because I just did it for myself. I wanted to live. And that's it. I wanted to live. So weird how that becomes inspirational to others. But I don't care. It's good. It's wonderful. If that's the case, God bless it. Then that's even something else to be more grateful for. To help other people get on a track to live healthier and well. Something I didn't really mention, there's 4 pillars of a blue zone. Walking, movement, deep meaningful relationships, community, ikigai, purpose, everyday purpose, big time purpose, whatever it is. Eating clean and fresh. And I made a small video this morning saying that one of the things that I do, that it's a little pro tip, is I intermittently fast. There's no reason for me to be stuffing myself full of food every second. Not when I feel so good not eating. The most impactful thing there is in the entire world is what we put in our mouth and how it makes our body feel. would you believe I have my morning beverage, okay? And that's fine. Hot water. And then I'll do, you know, those lovely beans that people grind up and they put with hot water. I love that. That's a morning beverage. It's beautiful. Gets my day started. That's it. That and maybe a vitamin C drink of my own making. Pharmaceutical grade powdered vitamin C in water. Sip that. Now, at the appropriate time, or when my body says, feed me now, somewhere between 1 and 3 p.m. Yep, that's right. Nothing until then, really. Just drinks. And I get feeling so good that I forget to eat because I'm in that kind of state where you don't know whether you're going to eat or just fast. And if you've ever fasted before like that, it cleanses you. What I know about that is there's something called autophagy, if I said that right. It literally takes your cells and the waste that your cells create and it eats it while you're fasting. And so you you purge yourself daily by waiting to eat of toxins and things that build up in the cells. At least that's the theory behind it. That's what they say. It's not why I do it. I do it because I feel great. Great. Like not good, great. Like right now, I haven't eaten. And when I do, I will start with something absolutely fresh and clean. Weirdly, because of seasons and everything else, it's just some salad items. You know, whether it's a salad or it's components of a salad. Like I've had this thing for zucchinis, raw zucchini. Weird as it might be, I ate at least half a raw zucchini to start my eating. I eat spinach, sometimes lettuce. I just start slow and fresh. Sometimes I'll eat some nuts, a couple handfuls of nuts. That starts the process. And then of course at some point you gotta eat. And I'm still working on this. I came from an upbringing of very Western society type of eating, and meat, potatoes, fat, sugar. I'm still working on those things, but let me tell you what, because of this routine that I've had, including walking, I have kept my weight and actually lost weight without even trying to where I feel pretty good. I'm grateful. Am I Mr. Guru? No. But I'm 59. Young years. And I fully intend on living, well, 30 plus more years. And I want you to join me. This is really just, it's not a sales job. It's please, think enough of yourself. See my little walking partner? Oh my gosh. What a beautiful little being she is. Anyway, if you would just join me in respecting yourself enough, respecting those who love you or you have deep, meaningful relationships with, to take care of yourself. And I'm really onto something here, guys. I'm really onto something. These blue zones are it. They have, you just create one in your own life. You avoid everything that possibly made you unhealthy, and you reshape what it takes for you to create your own blue zone. And I know I keep saying blue zone, and for me, that's just how I look at it. I'm going to go with the cultures that are living long. I learned something this morning in my research. One of these million view supposedly doctor or whatever said, oh, bone broth clears the arteries and helps your heart. Well, I did research on that. There's no studies that really say that. But there are studies that say, there's studies that literally say green tea, no sugar, beet juice, pomegranate juice. What was the other thing? It was another type of tea. Can't think of it right now. Those 4 things, and I did a little short video on it, will actually, based on science and doctors, lower your risk of heart disease, and help foster cleaner arteries. So those are some lovely things to drink daily. And if all else fails, drink hot water. Not cold, hot. Some people say drink cold water, put ice in it. Then your body has to work to cool it down. Well, okay. I'm not so much about techniques. I'm about macro gains. The macro gains here. So sorry, I'm not an influencer, guys. This is authentically me. I'm wrinkled. I don't do my hair. There is no makeup. You ain't gonna get me to put makeup on. You fetching kidding me? Good Lord. I don't live in a world like that. I'm older. We're analog. Okay? All the plastic things and people. All the pretend shit going on. Honestly, if you're like me, you've had a belly full of it. But you know what? This is a medium where we can speak to each other and great things can happen. So that's a little insight that I picked up this morning. Stuff to drink while I'm waiting to eat. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really get super hungry. Now my wife, she can't do that. She has to eat. Everyone tailors their blue zone to themselves. But does she walk? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We don't run, we don't sprint. I can sprint. I do add sprints in, by the way. I do resistance training. I do stretching after every walk. Because as an older person, you better stretch or you're not going to be able to move. But my body's adjusted. Keep in mind, walking lubricates the joints. I'm just starting to get the point where we've walked about 1.5 miles now, or a mile-ish, and I can feel it. I can feel the warmth, the gentle warmth throughout my body, and I'm starting to feel just loose, good, all just from walking, moving. And whether I talk to you or not, I was going to do this anyway. I may as well see if I can help someone. I mean, there's a gentleman that I know who just recently passed away, 96 years old. Wonderful man. So blessed to know him. He did everything he could to stay mobile. All the way to the end. And it wasn't without pain or difficulty. Because he had a foot that was hurt, but he'd walk on it anyway. And I know he endured pain. But the moment that he became completely immobile, everything went kind of downhill quick. And that's something to think about. I don't want to reach the people who are like my son, super buff, can flip themselves around a bar like an orangutan. When I say orangutan, I actually am talking about my son, because he's in such good shape, it appears. And he is. He could outrun me. He could knock me out in a second. The career that we're in requires some of that I used to be in. That my health event bumped me out of, by the way. 16-year career, because I had a health event so significant. You're no longer, good enough to chase grown adults down and tackle them and all this stuff. Okay, I've adjusted with gratitude. And I didn't know, but with beautiful things on the horizon to replace that income. It's just all good, man. What's meant for me has come to me. It makes me emotional. I get so excited and grateful for it. What's meant for us comes to us if we call it in And if we act in a way of gratitude, it gives us more things to be grateful for. Whew. All right, remain stoic here. But I've lived that. It's my lived experience. You can't refute it. Go ahead. Refute it. Oh, no, that's not true. Well, it's true for me. I've called in health with gratitude, and I've done shit about it every day. And I have it. I have it. And it's given. It's aligned. Do you understand? Wealth, same thing. I have it. It's aligned. Called it in, done everything to accomplish it. It's coming. Relationships, I have them. They're deep, they're beautiful, they're meaningful, they're not peripheral, and they matter to me more than you know. And I am tuning myself daily, and some days better than others, to eat in a way that makes me feel good. We've been blessed with this barometer. You don't need to run off and do all these tests. And are my arteries clear? As part of my health event, I went through a ton of tests. Come to find out, my arteries are clear. Thank God. And a lot of things. It's any wonder that I'm able to speak plain English to you right now. But I am. I had to work on that. I called it in. And like I said about the other things, it's mine. I have it. The ability to think clearly and to speak clearly, it's mine. And I'm so blessed. And I speak to you now with gratitude because of it. I'll tell you, if anybody's watching this other than me, I don't really care. This is my story. This is where I'm at. If there's just anybody out there, one person or many, if you'll walk with me daily. Now I'm not at the point where I can do this daily. I cannot stand getting on a camera like this. This is so against everything I ever thought of. But if I thought that I could help one person to live longer than my mom did, or have an improved life, it's worth it. It's worth putting my wrinkled face on here. It's worth it. And those are thoughts while I accumulate my 7,000 steps this morning, and I can't imagine going beyond this, that I could possibly impart to you. And there's a ton in here. I research every day how to fine-tune this and become better. It's like the fine-tuning this morning was, what are you drinking that's improving your heart? Well, some good things, but now I can add a few things because I did the research. And you gotta be able to know the difference between authentic research, actual studies, and people just wanting to be an influencer. Because there's only just millions of them saying whatever. I'm not trying to say just whatever, guys. I'm just not trying to tell you about my lived experience. 2 years in, all is well. Sleep is better. Heart is in a better rhythm than it's been for years. Mind is right. I haven't even gone into anything about how walking improves the mind. And that was really important to me, because blood flow to the mind, to the brain, you cut that off, whew, we got a problem. So imagine, as part of my gratitude, how grateful I am for the free-flowing, nutrient-rich, oxygenated blood that flows freely throughout my body. No obstructions. Imagine how grateful I am for that. I am. You should be too. I'm grateful you're here. I've said that so many times. I'm grateful I'm here. I actually had a lady tell me the other day we met to do our taxes, and the wife of our tax guy, they're good friends, said after we explained, because I had to explain my health events that changed my life, now in a beautiful way. At the time I thought all was not good, but all is well. She said, I'm glad you're still here. Oh my gosh, to hear that come out of the mouth of somebody who I don't really know that well. I live in gratitude because I spent so many years living in fight or flight that caused me stress. And so the mental aspect of walking, of thinking like this, just know there's something here. There's something here for you. And I'd like to help illuminate it for you, because there's too much depression, there's too much sadness, there's too much anxiety, there's too much ill health, and I want to be helpful only to those who want to be helped. That's it. I consider myself really, really blessed if anyone joined me on this rant and this walk. And just walk. I invite you to walk with me. This is a walk with me series, and it's ongoing. And it's not meant to do anything other than improve your life and mine. Thank you. Bless you.